When I was 18, I was taken to India, and my uncle, who was one of the abusers here, and my grandmother had already gone ahead of me to India, and were waiting for me to arrive. Once I got to India, they had taken photos with me and this guy that I was supposed to be marrying. So when they came back to England with me, they applied for his visa. So it would look like I'd gone on a family holiday, met this guy, we've fallen in love, and now we want to get married. So letters were written on my behalf. So it would look like me and this guy had had love letters going back and forth. His visa got declined, and the same uncle that had taken me to India had come to our home, really angry. I knew what the atmosphere was, and started to beat me. And as he started to beat me, he told me that just because the visa had fallen through didn't mean I wasn't going to get married. That now their plan was to take me to India. I'd have to marry him there, and they were going to leave me in India. And normally the rules were when you beat me was neck down so that bruises weren't visible. And if ever they were, I would have to go back to my uncle's home and stay there until I looked normal again. So in this case, because he had beat me quite bad, all over my face, I had black eyes, bruises, everything. I had to go back to my uncle's. During that time, I realized that what I was looking for with the family, I wasn't going to get, that the love that I wanted, the acceptance that I wanted, I wasn't going to find. And that now they're making plans for me to move to India. And I remember leaving home, not knowing what or where I was going to go. And one of my friends, who was also Sikh, took me to her home. And I think that was the first time I really understood what was happening to me was wrong. You know, she had an older sister than her, and both of her parents loved them equally. But now they've accepted me as one of their daughters, and I couldn't understand that everything that I had been brought up with and taught and told myself that it was normal and that's just what happens. I'm in this friend's home, and there is no abuse, there is no shouting, there is no smacking, just love and respect. And you know, there was freedom that she had. She was able to come and go as she pleased, and we were never allowed that. So I couldn't understand it. But then in the same breath, it made me realize everything that I had been taught and trained and groomed into was not right, but that it's not always in every home either.